Good morning students, this is 12th standard botany video class, video 2. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson ecosystem. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen what is PAR, P-A-R, photosynthetically active radiation is the important 3-mark question. The sunlight energy which is absorbed by the plant from the atmosphere. The wavelength of the sunlight is 400 to 700 nanometer, and also the most absorbable sunlight rays are blue color and red color. PAR is generally reported in terms of millimoles per square meter per second. The ranges of the PAR is 2000 to, that is 0 to 3000 millimoles square meter per second. Night time the PAR is 0. On the daytime, that is midday in summer days, they are absorbing 2000 to 3000 millimoles square meter per second wavelength by the plants. Then we have seen different types of tropical level in an ecosystem. Primary, first tropical level, second tropical level, tertiary and fourth tropical level. Primary tropical level is known as T1, occupied by producer. Second tropical level occupied by primary consumer. Third one, secondary consumer, T3. Fourth one is known as tertiary consumer. Out of this, the organism which are occupy all the tropical level or more than one tropical level is known as omnivore. So each and every one we have seen with a different example, and also we have seen what is energy flow. So transfer of energy from one level to another level in an ecosystem is known as energy flow. There is no equal energy is transferred from one level to another level. The level of the energy is decreasing from the producer to the decomposers. So loss of energy is taken place each and every level in an ecosystem is known as energy flow. Up to this we have seen in the previous video class. Now we are going to see the different laws of thermodynamics. Dear students, laws of thermodynamics. The storage of energy and the loss of energy in an ecosystem is based on the two laws of thermodynamics. One is first law of thermodynamics, another one is the second law of thermodynamics. First one, first law of thermodynamics. According to this law, energy can be transmitted from one level to another in various form. At the same time, the energies cannot be destroyed or created. Energy cannot be created, so destroyed or created, but it can be transferred from one form to another form. In Tamil, ஆற்றலை ஆக்கவோ அழிக்கவோ முடியாது, but it can be transferred from one form to another form. That is the first law of dynamic. As a result of first law of thermodynamics, a quantity of energy present in the universe is constant. So, in the all over the world, the quantity of the energy is equal or constant, but it is utilized by the organism may be vary. So, according to first law, what is that one? Energy is cannot be destroyed or created, but it can be transmitted from one level to another level. And also, the law states that energy can be transmitted from one system to another in various form. So the example of first law of thermodynamics in photosynthesis, the end product of the photosynthesis starch, that is said to be chemical energy. The chemical energy is formed by the combination of different reactant, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide, water, and this energy is stored in the sunlight. This energy is stored in the form of starch. It is acquired from the external sources of sunlight energy, and so there is no gain or loss in the total energy. Here in this photosynthetic process, light energy is converted into chemical energy is the basic theme we already studied in the lower classes. Here the energy which is produced by the photosynthesis is starch chemical energy, which is derived from the combination of chlorophyll, carbon dioxide and water, and also in the presence of sunlight they are producing this energy. So here in this reaction, no gain or loss of total energy. That is law of thermodynamics, first law of thermodynamics. Second one, this law is also stated that transformation of result in the reduction of energy, reduction of free energy of the system. According to first law, the energy is transmitted from one system to another in various forms. Okay, but in the second law of thermodynamics state that the energy transformation result in the reduction of the free energy of the system. For example, the energy transmission is 100%. So usually energy transformation cannot be 100% efficient, but for example we are taking the energy is transmitted in the 100%. The energy is transmitted from one organism to another in the form of food. A portion of the energy only stored in the living tissue, whereas the large part of the energy is passed as heat through respiration. See the example. So there is no utilization of 100% of energy. Only little amount of energy only utilized. Remaining is liberated in the form of heat energy. For example, the energy is transferred from one organism to another in the form of food. A portion of the energy only store it in the body tissues. Remaining is liberated in the form of heat energy through respiration. Dissipated means it is wasted in the form of heat through respiration. So the transfer of energy is irreversible natural process. So irreversible natural process means what will happen? It will take place in both the directions. So transfer of energy is once released, is once again it get back by the organism. That is said to be irreversible natural process. Example, 10% law. The transfer of energy is taken place in only one direction in the nature. So that is they given here irreversible natural process. Example, 10% law. Dear students, 10% law is an important 3-mark and 5-mark question. Along with the diagram, you have to write the answers. It's both practical and theory oriented question. 10% law was proposed by Lindemann in the year 1942. It states that the transfer of energy from one tropical level to another, only 10% amount of energy is stored in each level, and the rest of the 90% is lost in respiration, decomposition, and in the form of heat. Hence, the law is called 10% law. So, the energy is transferred from the food to the another tropical level, only 10% is utilized, remaining 90% is liberated in the form of or lost in the form of respiration, decomposition, and in the form of heat, is known as 10% law. Dear students, see the diagram. 4 tropical level is there. Basic one T1, T2, T3 and T4. T1 is occupied by plants producer. T2 is occupied by primary consumer. That means second tropical level T2. Then third tropical level T3 is occupied by secondary consumers. Then last one is the T4, tertiary consumer. So basic one producers. So plants which are absorbing sunlight energy, that is 1000 joules absorbed by the plants, and they are doing the photosynthetic process and preparing the energy. So for that energy, they are utilized only 100 joules, remaining 900 joules are liberated in the form of heat or dissipated. Energy is lost. Then these producers are eaten by the primary consumer or herbivorous animal. They utilized only 10% joules, remaining 90 joules are liberated in the form of heat. Then these primary consumers are eaten by secondary consumer in the T3 level. They absorbed only 1% of the joule out of 10. 9% of joule is wasted in the tropical level. Then in T4 level, tertiary consumer hawk, which are absorbed 0.1 joule, remaining 0.9 joule is dissipated in the form of heat. So each and every tropical level, 10% of energy is utilized, remaining 90% of energy is dissipated in the form of heat. So that law is said to be 10% law, is the best example of second law of thermodynamics. That means the energy which is transmitted from one level to another level, only 10% of energy is utilized, remaining 90% of energy is lost through the respiration, decomposition and in the form of heat. That law is known as 10% law. Dear students, example is given here. 1000 joules of solar energy trapped by producer. Only 100 joules are energy stored in the plant tissues and modified into chemical energy through photosynthesis. The remaining 900 joules is lost in the environment. The next tropical level is plant eating animals, herbivore. They feed only 100%, that is 10% of joule energy out of 100, and the remaining 90 joules are lost in the environment. Likewise, the next tropical level, that is primary consumer or carnivore, which eats the. So, dear students, the herbivorous stores only 1% of joule, remaining 9% is lost in the environment. Then the tertiary consumer stores 0.1 joule of energy, remaining 0.9 joule of energy is liberated or in the form of heat in the environment. So each successive tropical level, only 10% of energy is stored, remaining is lost in the environment, is known as second law of thermodynamic, example 10% law. So next important topic is food chain. The energy which is transmitted from producer up to the carnivore is known as food chain. Example, if any food chain, energy flows from the producer to primary consumer, then primary consumer to secondary consumer, then secondary consumer to the tertiary consumer. Hence, the transfer of energy is in the form of linear line or network of a link is known as food chain. Only straight line, okay, not in the network form, only straight line is known as food chain. The food chain which is divided into two types. One is grazing food chain, another one is the detritus food chain. First one, grazing food chain. So that means the main sources of the grazing food chain is sun. In this grazing food chain, the first link is start from the producer, that is plants. The second link of the food chain is the primary consumer, that is herbivore, example mouse, to get their food from the producer, that means plant. The third link in the food chain is secondary consumer, for example snake. They get their food from the primary consumer, that is mouse. Then the fourth link in the food chain is the eagle, known as tertiary consumer. They get their food from the secondary consumer. So they are taken place in the straight line. See the diagrammatic representation of grazing food chain. First one, grass, producer. They are absorbing the sunlight and preparing the food material. They are release energy. That energy is utilized by the secondary tropical level, that is primary consumer or herbivore, example mouse. Then the energy is transmitted from mouse to the snake, that is primary consumer to secondary consumer. Then the energy is transmitted from secondary consumer to tertiary consumer, that is eagle. So this type of food chain is known as grazing food chain. Is a book back important 3-mark question. Write a short notes on grazing food chain. Dear students, detritus food chain. So this food chain is begin with dead organic matter. Dear students, in grazing food chain, the food chain is begin with the sun, isn't it? Here it is dead organic matter. Is the important source of energy. The large amount of organic matter which is derived from the dead and decayed parts of plants, animals and their excreta. So this type of food chain which is present in all the ecosystem. 1-mark question. Which type of food chain which is present in all the ecosystem means detritus food chain. Dear students, in detritus food chain, the transfer of energy from the dead and decayed organic matter transferred through the series of organisms called detritus consumers or detritivorous to small carnivores to large carnivores with the repeated eating and being eaten respectively. This is called a detritus food chain. So, first one, dead and decayed organic matter. What is that one? Fallen leaves, that is known as detritus. These fallen leaves are eaten by the plant eating organism, earthworm, is known as detritivorous. So, these earthworms are eaten by the small bird or blackbird, is known as small carnivores. These small blackbirds are eaten by the top carnivores, example hawk. So this type of food chain is known as detritus food chain, which is start from the dead organic matter of an plant parts as well as the animal parts. Next, we are going to see the food web. So, the interlocking system of number of food chain is known as food web. Dear students, food chain means it will occur in the straight line, isn't it? But the food web means the different interconnected food chains are known as food web. See, the definition is the important book back question. What is food web? The interconnecting or interlocking pattern of number of food chain form a net-like structure or web-like arrangement is called a food web. The food web is the basic unit of an ecosystem. One more question. Dash is the basic unit of ecosystem means food web. The food web which are maintaining their balance of the nature or stability of the nature. So, the food web is known as homeostasis. So, food web is a basic unit of ecosystem. It maintains the balance of the nature. So, food web is known as homeostasis. It maintains the stability of the nature. Dear students, see the example of the food web. They given the grazing food chain of a grassland. In the absence of a rabbit, a mouse may also eat the food grains. That means produces. The mouse in turn may be eaten directed by the hawk or by a snake, and the snake may be directly eaten by hawk. So, different food chains are connected together in the form of a net-like structure or a web-like structure or web-like arrangement is called food web. So, for example, see first one they given producer plants. If the rabbit is absent, the plant parts are eaten by the mouse. So, in the absence of rabbit, the mouse is eaten by the secondary consumer, that is snake. If the snake is absent, the tertiary consumer will eat the rabbit as well as the mouse. And also, if all the three is available, it choose any one and then it is eaten by the hawk. Then not only that, another plant eating animal said to be grasshopper is eaten by the lizard. These lizards are eaten by the hawk as well as the grasshopper. So, individual organisms which are having many choices for their food material which are connected in the ecosystem is known as food web. So, plant is eaten by rabbit as well as the mouse. Then the rabbit and mouse is eaten by the snake. Snake, mouse and rabbit are eaten by hawk. The grasshopper eating the plant parts is eaten by lizard. Both grasshopper and rabbits are eaten by hawk. So, the different food chains are interconnected by a web-like presentation or arrangement is known as food web, is an example of grassland ecosystem. See, the interlocking pattern of food chain is the food web, and the species of ecosystem may remain balanced or each other by some sort of natural check. So, that means if they are having any problem in the environment, they are balanced the environment by eating the other organisms. What is the significance of food web? A food web which construct the to describe species interaction called direct interaction. So, with the help of food web only, we can able to construct the species interaction is known as direct interaction. Then, with the help of this food web, to illustrate the indirect interaction among the different species. So, we can able to identify direct interaction between the species and also indirect interaction between the different species by using the food web. Then, it can be used to study the bottom to top down control of community structure. Then, it can able to reveal the different transfer of energy in terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem. So that is said to be food web and its significance is the important 3 mark and 5 mark question. How they'll ask the question means what is food web? Write its significance, one type of question. Another question, what is food web? Explain with the example or explain the grassland food web with a diagrammatic representation. Dear students, up to this we have seen different types of ecosystem, then different types of food chain, law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics, types of food chain, grazing food chain and a detritus food chain, then what is food web, grassland food web ecosystem and the significance of food web. Dear students, I hope you have all understood what is first law, second law of thermodynamics, what is food chain, what is the difference between grazing food chain and detritus food chain, what is food web and its significance. Dear students, up to this I conclude my video. Remaining we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best children.